this speaks to what Stephen was saying about getting a lot of participation from the broader community, not just those who go to meetings. And I think floor meetings is a great way to do that, and to make sure that you are hearing from people you wouldn't otherwise hear from. But I think it's a huge challenge for the representatives, because we've got a lot of floors to cover.
I've noticed.
and we've also got, of course, the walk-up as part of the estate as well. So I'm wondering if you have any thoughts about how we might go about doing that.
Well, I think you have got a lot of floors. I wouldn't mind betting, and I'm not a good layer of bets, I wouldn't mind betting that on each floor there's one or two people who know what's going on. Probably more. I think the challenge is to get them in some way to feel part of the network. One thing about changing the number of people who are involved, increasing the number of people who are involved, is for each floor and each community to have a network. It might be an IT, technology web network, email network. It might be just a phone network, or it might be a meeting network. But if you have a strong network and a leader in each network, say you have a leader from each of the Chinese communities, each of the East Timor, African, Arabic, Vietnamese, Australian-born, you've all got your networks. So if you've all got your networks, pick one or two people from your networks, your everyday networks, people you talk to. Pick one or two and link them up with your committees. They don't have to go to meetings, but if they want to, they can. But they do need to share their knowledge, their skills, and their worries, and what they're prepared to do about it. As I say to my grandchildren, and my mother used to say to me, if you want a thing fixed, you have to do it yourself and take others with you. If she hadn't said that to me, my mother, I would have lived a much quieter life, but not a more interesting life.
Are there any other questions for Joan? All right, just one come round here.
My name is Jessica, but first, before I ask, I will say sorry because my English is not good. It's about many drugs around us, and as long as I know, a lot of ways from the government to help them, but everything looks the same. I mean, if one stops, it will new one come. So how we can improve the situation? Because it's not good for the children to see what they do, and not good for us because sometimes we feel scared. Thank you.
Thank you. And I can only speak in English, so I apologise for that too. And a little bit of French, but it's not very good. when I read through your workshop material and listened to Lynn yesterday and talked to Sharon and others, I hadn't realised what a constant trauma the safety issues are in this area, particularly around drugs. If it was an easy issue, it would have been solved years ago. But what I'm taking hope in is that you as a community have said that this is one of your priorities. And you've already got some improvements in the estate on safety. Now that everyone that is concerned about safety and particularly drugs, alcohol, then that clearly is likely to be a working party that you have, or a subcommittee. And you need to get onto that subcommittee the people who can help you with change. Government representatives, local government, police, health, your local, of course, fantastic community health centre. No one pretends there are easy answers, but by working together and being firm, being very clear about what you want, both understanding that you have a view and other people have different views. But I think if that's one of your priorities in this estate and the other estates, then the people who speak out against it have to form the subcommittee that are going to do something about it, and I'm pretty sure that will happen. And that's the benefits of having resident-based governance. If that's the big issue that affects you, and it's not the only issue, then you have to step forward and say, I'm happy to work with others to do something about that. After all, the papers are full of what everybody should do. The real chance now is if you have a working group on that, which includes all the people, residents and services, who can do something about it, and including your wonderful Justice Centre, I think you can move forward. So it's a network, it's a partnership, and it's an opportunity.
Question from Christine Alaris.
Thank you. I'm actually an agency rep for Yarra Community Health. I was just wondering, Joan, if you've got any thoughts on engaging young people in these sort of discussions. I know on the Hollywood estate we had a youth worker and we've done youth surveys. I don't know if that's happened on other estates, but also I don't know if that in itself is enough. So what your thoughts?
No, it's not enough, obviously. Thank you for the question. I've also read in your workshops where more things for young people to do, and that's not just on the estates, that's everywhere, particularly in areas with not a lot of facilities, that's a real issue. Now, other estates I've been on, like Broadmeadows, Corio Knoll Lane, well, a lot of them really, are all now saying giving youth an opportunity to have hope for jobs and to keep themselves busy with activities is important.